Hello everyone, Semi-Retired Bob here. I talk about the carnivore diet, all things related to the carnivore diet, and miscellaneous odds and ends. Today's just a quick little video. I've been very under the weather for the last week or so, but as you can see, I did get out and get my driveway cleaned off. I had a question. First, I do want to say that at the end of the video, we are going to talk about the biggest lie that I tell myself. But I will get to that in a minute. I had a question from somebody that was asking, she takes care of her elderly husband who can't see, and she wants to be healthier. She wants to do a carnivore diet, but because she cooks for him as well, she can't help herself but eat the stuff that she's cooking for him. And she was wondering if there was something, some suggestion that I had for her. And I do have a couple of thoughts on this. They're not great thoughts, but they are thoughts. First off, I talk about your why on this quite a bit. You need to keep your why right in front of you at all times so that you remember why you're trying to get healthier. It's much easier to not eat things if you keep your why right in front of you. But of course, until you start to see the results of that why, the results of getting healthier start to show up, then it's even harder. So my suggestion to this person for now, cook yourself whatever it is you're going to eat yourself that day. And I know it's hard. You like to sit down and eat with your husband, but perhaps try making yourself a big steak or a roast or whatever it is you're going to have, and eat that before you start cooking the things that you're going to feed to your husband. Now, obviously, it would be ideal if you could just cook a big enough roast and let your husband eat the roast with you, and then you wouldn't have to worry about it. You could maybe throw some potatoes and carrots or whatever else you put on a roast, and if he wants that, go ahead and give him some of that. But if you fill yourself up with good carnivore foods before you begin cooking for your husband, then perhaps that will help you to start. If you're feeling full, then perhaps that will help you to start resisting some of the temptations of the things that you've been eating that you don't want to. It's just a thought, but I wish I had better answers for you on this, but it just isn't a good answer on this, other than perhaps try eating yourself first, and you'll be too stuffed to want any of the other things that you're cooking. And the reason I answer some of these questions in videos is because if one person is asking the question, perhaps there are others, even perhaps many others, that have the same question. If anybody else has any other ideas for this person, please feel free to drop down in the comments and give her your suggestions, because any suggestions at this point might help this person. But I promised you I was going to talk about a lie. I have been having, there's a big lie that I tell myself all the time, and We're going to address that today. That lie is, as an older person, I get an idea for a video, and then I lie to myself and say, oh, that's a good idea. I'm going to remember that. I don't have to write it down. Well, that's a lie. I do need to write it down. I am forever coming up with ideas that I then later forget. So what I'm asking for is a little bit of help here. If you have any ideas for what you'd like to see me talk about in a video, feel free to drop down in the comments and let me know what those video ideas are. I'm going to have a live stream tomorrow, hopefully, unless this crud gets worse again, but it is really finally starting to get better. So hopefully I get a live stream in tomorrow and we can talk about some of the best ways to combat illness when you're on a carnivore diet. But now I'm going to go ahead and crank up just a little bit of music because I think it's important you get to watch me clear my driveway. 3 years ago, I couldn't have done this. I would have had to hire somebody to come in and do it. And now, I'm just out here doing it. I almost got the camera there with the snowblower just as I came around the corner there. But let's go ahead and play just a little bit of music.